So please first let me know a little bit about yourself and how you got into this field with marketing and personal branding.
I kind of fell into this by accident. So for the last almost 15 years, I've been in the digital marketing space. So I now run my own agency. I worked for Gary Vaynerchuck at Vaynermedia for a long time, if folks have heard of them.
I started my career in every man's dream career. I was working for Al Jazeera Football Club in Abu Dhabi. I was in charge of 2 Club World Cups. I was meeting football players and coaches, and I was living really like a dream. I left it to have my own restaurant, and that's kind of when I discovered how much I love creation.
I'm a director of PR at Luna PR. We are a PR and communications agency that connects tomorrow's technology with today's audiences. And I think it's the passion for innovation that got me in the field in the first place.
I've been doing branding and advertising for about 18 years, a really long time. And 8 years ago, I started my own agency with 3 other partners. It's called Yellow.
I first started in social media, creating content by the Red Sea for a scuba diving community. I started working with brands, and I think that what I realized the importance of social media for brands is giving them the grassroots feeling to get things from the ground up.
I've been working for more than 20 years in marketing. The first part of my career has been in corporations, but then I did a transition into entrepreneurship, launching my own startup, and then supporting individuals, leaders, business owners, and coaches in their personal branding, which includes as well working on the internal purpose.
I'm the founder of StepUpJourney.com, a motivational training consultancy empowering women, youth, and I want to cancel the term women empowerment because I believe in the power of humanity empowerment.
So what are some effective strategies that you think are essential for emerging brands and small businesses or creatives or creative businesses to differentiate themselves and stand out in the competitive market of today?
If you're building a personal brand, you have to go back to authenticity.
Think about if you were the editor-in-chief of You.
We see so many entrepreneurs and so many CEOs, and the ones that do the best are the ones that can tell a very personal, very relatable, and authentic stories.
What's your story? What are you doing? What's everything that's behind what you're selling?
What I always advise is that the why has to be personal. Don't be cluttered with cliches and words like revolutionary. Every other startup is like that. Tell your why and try to be as authentic and relatable as you can be.
Good content comes from quality. You look at all these successful personal brands, there's quality behind it. There's something relevant and authentic and different behind it.
I think people connect with authenticity. I think people connect if you make mistakes and mess up in your live chats. I think that's what people want on social media. They don't want glossy, they want real.
People will always appreciate and reward authenticity versus trying to make yourself into something that you're not.
So it is definitely your story and your culture have to be extremely aligned in order for it to be successful.
So I think that's the other thing is you just got to consistently put out good content. You got to consistently learn and iterate.
Branding, even personal branding, is about consistency and the same message continuously. You will grow as a person, so that will authentically grow with you. But I think it's just being consistent in your communication.
Make sure that you have a style. Make sure you have an identity. Have something that stays consistent with you all along.
What that does in terms of shifting your perspective is you don't think about, driving the business results that you're looking for. You think first about your audience. Just think about, how do I document the things that I'm doing anyway? And if it's good, then it's going to find an audience. Don't think about creating content, think about documenting what you're doing.
Capture content at every stage. People don't want to see finished pieces as much as they want to rally behind you through the process.
Just being you and being everywhere, and eventually people start to get it.
Who's the audience that you're trying to reach? How can you create content that's going to be relevant and differentiated to them? Because at the end of the day, people will spend time with content that adds value.
There's a saying that in Egyptian we say it, "ما تمشيش جنب الحيط," like don't walk close to the wall, walk away from them all, take risks, say what you stand up for, be what you stand up for, even if it feels like you're doing something wrong, later on you will look at it and say that was the right thing to do. And again, it doesn't have to be something big. It can literally be starting small, as a love for a certain type of music, a love for a certain type of art, and being super niche, like micro targeting. It's all about micro targeting. Micro targeting people's emotions is the way forward.
Regardless of whether it's a brand, whether it's an individual, whether it's a business, whether it's TikTok, whether it's a movie screen, because at the end of the day, it's all human beings. It's all, how do you actually connect and resonate with someone emotionally?
Build a community around your business that you can support each other, because this is how you are going to grow as well, by supporting others and getting the support that you need. The first thing is, don't wait until you are really advanced in your business to start building your personal brand. Start from the beginning and start getting visibility. And not only linked to your business, but you also can be in panel as a speaker. You can create your own articles, so that is going to give you visibility and is going to help you connect with people that may help you.
Connect with artists that are doing something similar. Find a mentor who's done a great job of building a personal brand, and lean on them for advice and approach them, or for collaborations.
Know what is it you want exactly. When you know what you want, and then you can move forward to decide, the third D, decide how you want to move forward. So that was diagnosing your strengths, desire check, and deciding how you want to move forward.
Successful modern brands are dynamic. They don't change all the time, and there are certain fundamentals about who they are that don't change, but they're constantly updating and upgrading with the world around them. You need to reinvent yourself.
You have to bear in mind the challenges and the biases that are around you, but they shouldn't be the foundation for your decisions. They shouldn't stop you from your authentic self.
My route of finding my confidence is me sharing, whether you like it or not like it.
Once you step really in your purpose and knowing what is your power from within, your insecurities start vanishing. Of course, it's going to go up and down, but I can tell you that the moment that I've been the most confident in myself is been when my purpose was crystal clear. That's so important.
It takes time. This personal brand thing, it's not 1 or 2 days, and it can happen completely by accident.
You hear these people that are like, I always knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I had a 50-year plan that I've been working backwards from. At least for me, that hasn't been the reality. I'm totally just figuring it out.
We all start somewhere. No one, is born into the world successful. And when you start from ground zero, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel almost impossible to grow as far as you want to, but it is. And you've got to keep that in mind, that, you are capable of it.
Fake it till you make it. It's legit. It's real. Fake it, like pretend it in the beginning until you feel it, and then just continue, and you'll find yourself.
You just got to get started getting started.
They just gotta go. Let's go.
Sit down and figure out, how can you be relevant to your audience? How can you be authentic to who you are? How can you be differentiated relative to the competitive set? And how can you be dynamic and constantly evolve as you go?